to start bringing in images and cutting them out and transforming them. So I'm going to say File, Place, Embedded. So I'm going to place an image in this document, and I'm going to look for my pineapple and say Place. And at this time, I can try to figure out how big I want the pineapple, maybe about that big. And I can either hit done or the check mark or return. And then I want to cut it out. So I'm going to use the object selection tool. So I'm going to click and drag around it. And it looks like it did okay. So I'm going to go to select and mask. And I'm going to just double check the edges. This looks really good. Very good. Okay, so then I'm going to go to output, and I want it to be a layer mask. And I'm going to say okay. Okay, so now everything except the pineapple is white on the mask, and everything else is black. That means that it's still there, but it's hidden right now. Okay, now at this time I'm going to double click where it says pixels and say pineapple, and I'm going to say sky, and I'm going to say beach. Ooh, beach. Because it starts getting confusing once you have more than one. Okay, Command 0 to look at everything. Now, I want to have more than one pineapple. So I want it to kind of sit there. And then I'm going to say Command J to duplicate. And I'm going to move this over. Now, the original pineapple I actually want to flip so it's symmetrical. So I'm going to say Edit, Transform, and I'm going to flip horizontal. And that kind of just flips it over. I really like that. Okay, now I want to add an adjustment layer to my pineapples to change the color, make them like, you know, super Tyler Spangler. So I'm going to go to the black and white cookies, what I call it, but you know it's not right. And I'm going to go to color balance, and I want to bring the midtones down to pink. Now, this color balance adjustment layer is on everything, and I only want it to be on my pineapple, or maybe these two pineapples. So with the color balance selected, I'm going to hit the Option Alt key, and then I'm going to hover between the two layers, and when I click, it's going to link that color adjustment to just this pineapple. And then I'm going to go to shadows and bring down the pink, and then I'm going to go to the highlights and bring out the pink, and I think that's beautiful. I love it. Okay. I can also take this one and I can duplicate it, and I can click and drag it to the other one. And then again, I'm going to hit Option Alt to make sure that it's only on that other one. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to say File, Place, Embedded, and you're just going to keep doing the same thing. So now I'm going to pick the next thing that I want to bring in there. I have a flower I'm going to place in there. I'm going to resize it, and done. And I'm going to go to select. Oh, I want to say, let's try AI, remove background. That did a terrible job. Command 0. So I'm just going to select the flower. Yeah, much better. Okay, and I'm going to go to select and mask. All right, and it kind of I didn't need that other stuff. So, so we can come over here and we can add to the mask or the subject and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't want this green in here. Oh, I'm selecting wrong one. Negative. I don't want this. I don't want this. And we can have a little bit bigger of a brush if you want to. Okay, and I could also smooth the edges of the flower and maybe even feather it just a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to output to a layer mask and say okay, and there it is. All right, I can see that I didn't do such a hot job, so I'm going to go in there. Remember that, where is my, here it is. Okay, and I should double click it and call it sunflower so I can find it. Okay, I'm going to select it, and I'm going to select the mask, not the image, and I'm going to get my paintbrush out, and it's set to black, and I'm going to clean it up a little bit. Even though I smoothed it and stuff, I Didn't do a good, I just can't see that well in masking. I know it has the reddest stuff, but my eyes are old. Whatever. Looks good. Much better. And I could, totally get into this, but we're going to move on. Okay, so I'm going to move one down here, and I want to Command T to make it even smaller. And I'm going to rotate it kind of like that. Okay, and then return. I'm going to duplicate this, Command J, and click and drag and move it. And I'm going to do the same thing again, edit transform, horizontal, because I want it to be symmetrical. And then I want these sunflowers. I'm going to select them both. I'm holding shift and selecting the other ones, and I want them to be above the color balance. Oh man, I accidentally brought it into the color balance thing. So above color balance, sunflower above. There we go. So now it's not part of that. All right, and then I'm going to bring in my palm trees, and I have some sunflowers, some butterflies. I think you guys kind of get it, okay?